It was wonderful. I love that song. That's always one of my favorites during the holidays. So welcome. Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad to see you here. And if you're not here online at home, we're so glad that you came to worship with us today. Like every Sunday, we invite you to live a life as a disciple that knows, loves, and lives a life as Christ. At Selmer First, we exist to push back darkness by bringing hope to lives that are being transformed by a living God. Today is the third Sunday of Advent. I want to tell you a little bit about it. The season of Advent, which comes from the Latin word adventus, meaning coming or visit, begins 4 Sundays before Christmas and ends on Christmas Eve. Ever wonder why we have a rose-colored candle? Today is known as Gaudette Sunday. The day takes its common name from the Latin word gaudete, which means rejoice, the first word of the introit of this day's Mass or worship. Now, we don't sing it or know it, but we do know what passage of Scripture it comes from. There it is on the screen, if anybody can read that. This may be translated as rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Let your forbearance be known to all, for the Lord is near at hand. Have no anxiety about anything, but in all things by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God. Lord, you have blessed your land. You have turned away the captivity of Jacob. Those words are found in Philippians 4 and Psalm 85. The season of Advent originated at a fast of 40 days in preparation for Christmas, commencing on the day after the feast of St. Martin, November 11. In the 9th century, the duration of Advent was reduced to 4 weeks, a period starting 4 Sundays before Christmas, and Advent preserved most of the characteristics of a penitential season, which made it a kind of counterpart to Lent. Gaudette Sunday is a counterpart to Lautare Sunday and provides a similar break about midway through a season, which is otherwise of a penitential character and signifies the nearness of the Lord's coming. The spirit of the liturgy throughout Advent is one of expectation and preparation for the feast of Christmas, as well as for the second coming of Christ. And the penitential exercises suitable to that spirit are thus, on Gaudette Sunday, suspended, as it were, for a while, in order to symbolize that joy and gladness in the promised redemption. While the theme of Advent is a focus on the coming of Jesus in 3 ways, his first, his present, and his final advent, the readings for Gaudette Sunday deal with rejoicing in the Lord, Christian joy, as well as the mission of John the Baptist and his connection with Advent. The theologian Henry Nouwen described the difference between joy and happiness. While happiness is dependent on external conditions, joy is the experience of knowing that you are unconditionally loved and that nothing, sickness, failure, emotional distress, oppression, war, or even death, can take that love away. Thus, joy can be present even in the midst of sadness. So today, let's rejoice. As we go into the announcements, as always, I advise you and ask you to make sure you have your bulletin handy all throughout the week, and especially this time of year, we're very busy. This Thursday, the 16th, we'll be having our open hands meal at the farmer's market downtown. We are doing taco soup for anyone who wants to make a pot of taco soup. Vicki has that recipe available in the office. And if you would, please have it here by 9 o'clock Thursday morning. The event takes place from 11 to 1. And if you want to be a part of that in any other way, please let us know. Please, we want everyone to be involved by donations, soup. Be there with us. It's a good fellowship time. We want you there. Loaves and fishes, we're gathering pasta this month for that. And of course, the gift of warmth. Today is our last day to collect those things to take to the school children. We needed that so we could deliver those by tomorrow. And tomorrow night is a special occasion. We're having our concert, which includes the chancel choir and the bell choir and other music offerings and readings, and we just pray that each one has that on your calendar. It starts at 6 o'clock, and invite all your friends and neighboring churches to be here, because I think it will be a blessing for everyone. The Christmas Eve gathering, can you believe it's just like 2 weeks away? We'll be gathering at 4 p.m. to worship and celebrate the promised advent of Jesus the Messiah, the light of the world. And today, as always, we want to thank you for your continued dedication in your offering. And you know there's 3 ways you can do that. In person with the stations out in the narthex. Online, go to tithe.ly. By mail, drop it in the box out there. And that way we can continue to do other things other than just pay the light bill. So today, as we've gathered together to worship God, we come once again to be reminded of the coming of Christ, Advent. Today we hear again from the prophet John the Baptist giving a powerful sermon to the Israelites then and us now. Messiah is coming. I'd like for you to follow along with this prayer. A path to our God, winding through the ordinary, weaving through the busyness, overcoming roadblocks and detours. A way to go home, leaving the past in the past, moving from darkness and exile, coming into the light. Advent is a path to our God, a way to come home, a discovery of God's voice. Rejoice, rejoice, God is with us. Come now, let us worship our great and mighty God.